Another feature to cover in the 1.7 release is this experience we're calling workflows. So previously, when you were on the home page here, you could create a new view and you would go right into the editor where you could add charts and start to create your data visualizations. The intention behind that was to get you right into the editor and right into the action and starting to create data visualizations immediately. The problem with that, though, is that it was a little bit hard to interpret or guide people to the intended outcomes that they know they wanted when they first started that process. So we did some research, we talked to customers and understood that typically people have a good idea of what they want the output to be when they start. So we have this new workflow experience. So here on the home page now, the button has changed to create something new, and clicking that will give us some options about which paths to go down. So a few options. Let's just run through these. The slide deck. This opens an editor in a canvas where you can add charts to multiple slides. You can also configure this as a tabbed view, so you can click through tabs at the top. The big difference here is that there is no filtering capability on this slide deck workflow. So a dashboard workflow, again, the difference here is that you can create filters on the data. So if you had multiple slides or multiple tabs up here, you could set up a filter, run that filter, and then the data that displays correlates back to that filter. As always with both of these, you can export as PowerPoint or PDF files. So scaled reports workflow is where you make a single template or blueprint and then apply that to different sets of data or different records so that there is a unique report produced for each one of those records. Think like project status report is a really good example. If you have a bunch of status report projects, you can create one template and then apply that across your projects to create a report for each one. And then of course we have VividSheets here. This is a way to pre-process data kind of natively in ServiceNow using a spreadsheet-like UI. If you already have the VividSheets app downloaded, you can click here and open it right away. But if you don't have it in your instance yet, this option here will give you a prompt to download it. So the other cool thing about this 1.7 release is that you will be able to create charts that reference VividSheets data. And that is possible in the slide deck workflow, again, because there is no filtering capability. So we can draw charts using data that you've made in a VividSheet. So let's pop in some of these and we'll just reinforce some of the differences here and help you understand how these workflows will guide you to the intended outcome that you want. So a slide deck here first, we'll go into here. Again, this should look familiar. It's the editor. This is the indicator up here to show which workflow you're in. This will be present on all of the workflows. So you notice here that there's no filtering capability in the slide deck, and so the filtering action that was previously up here is no longer visible. Everything else should look the same. If we go back and go to the dashboard, again, it should feel familiar. It's identified as the dashboard workflow, and we get the filter capability here. The scaled reports workflow should again be the same. Today you can create your charts and then save your summary template. Again, identified that up here in the top. We are excited about some of the enhancements that we have to this workflow in particular coming out in the next few releases. Okay, I think that's it.